Hi friends, I am procrastinating. I got off of work a little bit early today. I went to Taco Bell and got some lunch because I hadn't eaten anything yet. And then I got home and I was like, okay, let me get my computer out, let me list some things. And then I didn't. I just decided I didn't want to. I caught up on some Bridgerton because season 3 is coming out, so I'm watching like season 1 and 2 again while I ate my Taco Bell. And I was like, I don't feel like listening, but I needed to film a video, so I was like, let me film a haul for you guys because I have this big haul from a recent 50-cent sale. I'm going to tell you all about it. If you've seen my past ones, you are in for a treat again today. If you can kind of see, it's in a Goodwill bag, but it's not Goodwill. Wouldn't that be amazing if Goodwill did 50-cent days? That's never going to happen. But yeah, so I have done, I think, a couple dollar day videos on my channel and a 50-cent day video at a local honey hole store that's in my area. Hi. Hi. Somebody wants to say hi. Say hi. This is Oreo. She's not happy I'm picking her up. Say hi. Say hi to our friends. So I guess Oreo's gonna be around. She might be like crawling behind me, but that's totally okay. What was I talking about? Dollar day, 50-cent day. I was so excited when I saw that they were doing their first 50-cent day. It's technically a 50-50 sale. So all of the clothing on the floor was 50 cents. It is a small store, so I'm actually able to go through every single thing on the floor, except like formal wear. So like gowns and like suits and things like that. And then everything else in the store. So like toys, home goods, shoes, are 50% off. So I do have a few random things that were not in that 50-cent sale, but were 50% off. So I'll tell you what I got those items for. This was quite a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. I've just had this downstairs while I was listing other things, and I really need to get it listed. So I was like, let me film a haul, which will like motivate me. My brain, I'm sorry guys. It will motivate me to list it. So this stuff isn't listed right now because when I do hauls, I'm not like trying to sell them to you, so I don't always have things listed. However, I do then get messages sometimes of people being like, oh, I'm really interested in this, I can't find it. So I apologize for that. If you are interested in anything, shoot me a message on Instagram. It's at Life with MariaNicole, or right down in the comments, and I'll make sure I prioritize it for you and get it listed, because I would love to pass the savings on to you if there is anything you happen to be interested in. But okay, way too much talking intro. Let's get started, guys. I don't do much like home goods or plushies or hard goods, things like that, but I do some. And when I saw this little guy, I know that Stitch is one of the best. It's got fur on it. I need to like lint roll him. But I know plush can do well, certain plushes, and that Stitch is one of the best selling like Disney characters. So he is from the he's like official Disney merch. He's got these things in his ears that like hold them out straight. I really like that. But anyway, I'm not actually sure if this is going to end up getting listed because my daughter has tried to claim it. She has snuggled with him overnight a few times, and I'm actually thinking about giving it to my son to be as his like snuggle bunny for our Disney trip in June. So I'm not sure. This guy is a maybe, but he's super cute. And I think he ended up, I think plush is like $1 maybe, so he ended up being like 50 cents with the sale, but I just really couldn't leave him there. All right, I have some really good gems, and then I have a lot of bread and butter stuff, because when I'm picking up things for 50 cents, that's less than bins price. That's sometimes like a third or a fourth of bins prices for me. So I did buy things that I wouldn't pick up at like retail Goodwill, or some things that I might not even pick up at the bins, but I'll talk you through that as I go. The first thing is like this kind of is like matching what I'm wearing. If anyone happens to watch my channel all the time, I know there's a few of you out there. I got this at the Delaware bins. I think I did a haul of that video, or I did like a Thrift with me haul of that video. And this has been like my uniform all winter. Like when I came home, I didn't know I was gonna film a video, so I put this on. I've got my like leggings on here, and my poor husband, love him to death, and he loves me no matter what I wear, but he has seen me in this like constantly. So I know that he thinks I'm beautiful no matter what though. So, but this is that like really soft Sherpa, but it's like a slouchy vest, like hooded vest. This is from Altered State. Altered State, I have a love and hate relationship with. Sometimes it sells well, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know what the market is for a fleece Sherpa vest hooded jacket thing. We are going to find out. But just to give you a little bit of a understanding of like normal prices at this thrift store, this is normally $5, and then they're always running like some sort of sale. They're only open like a couple days a week for a couple hours, so I don't get to shop there very often. They had like random Saturday hours that actually my daughter and I stopped at for just like an hour or two during this 50/50 sale after I took her to swim lessons. All right, the next thing I have is a really nice blazer. I love selling blazer jackets. You guys have probably heard me say that on this channel. I have sold them in so many colors and so many fabrics. I've sold them in silk, I've sold them in linen, I've sold them obviously just like polyester. And I've sold them in corduroy, I've sold them in denim. This is Orsay, which I remember looking up, and I apologize guys, I have not typed them into my inventory to know what I'm gonna list things at. I'll tell you like ideas as we go of what I will typically list them at, just to kind of give you that understanding. And of course follow my what sold videos so you can see what's actually selling from the hauls that I do, because that's the important part. And in all of my what sold videos I tell you how long it took something to sell, so that's to me honestly the most important, you know, metric of the day. But I remember thinking for 50 cents this is just a nice classic career blazer, and I remember looking it up and thinking it was worth it. So let me know if you're familiar with that brand down in the comments. I'd be curious to know because I've never even heard of it. All right, here is another one. This is a vintage one. This is vintage Mark Allen. I have seen this tag before. I'm not really that familiar with it. This looks and feels kind of like linen, but this is a 100% silk blazer. And this would be so cute, like oversized, styled. You could put some chunky boots on it. It'd also be really, really great over like a little black dress and throw some heels on it or something like that. Sometimes I'm able to style this stuff to work. When it's oversized, I will just wear a nice, not a little black dress, but like a fitted, like career, like a pencil dress, knee-length skirt or something like that. This might be too oversized on me. This is a size 10. I'm not sure, but if I can make this work to wear either out for like an evening or date night with my husband, I'm absolutely gonna do that. But I think the vintage people will love it. I think the modern people will love it. The like materials people that are looking for silk or linen or cashmere will love it. I think that's gonna hit a few categories, so most likely I'll list that definitely over 30, probably closer to 40 or 45. All right, this was an interesting one that I was kind of on the fence about, and then when I looked it up I decided to grab it. This is Volcom, which is like a skateboard kind of street brand, like punk, and this seemed kind of, I don't know, different than I normally see Volcom. I see Volcom normally with, I'm not making any sense, like looser things, I don't know, but I guess it's also like a guys, I'm if you're still with me, I'm sorry. I'm saying skateboarding, but is it snowboarding? Is that why this would make sense as like a winter jacket? I'm sorry if the lines to this are giving you like a weird wonky thing, but this is a chevron pattern. And when I looked up Volcom winter jackets, it looked like this could sell for like 40-ish. So they normally had this at $10. I think the winter coats, like the winter section, was not part of the 50-cent sale. It was part of the 50% sale. But I want to say this one actually rung up as 50 cents. I have a few other things that I paid like 50%, but I still would have bought that at $5, but I think I only paid 50 cents, which is fantastic. If you're watching this video, tell me in the comments what's your favorite thing from Taco Bell, or if you don't eat Taco Bell. I know there's a lot of like anti-Taco Bell people, and there's a lot of people like me who just love Taco Bell. My favorite thing is the chalupa and the Mexican pizza and the nachos Bel Grande. So tell me your favorite thing. All right, next I found a Woolrich, just a classic fleece vest. This is not wool. I don't think, it does not feel like wool. That would make it sell for quite a bit more. So this will probably only sell between like 18 and 25, but I do really, really like selling Woolrich. It does, you know, always sell for me. Yep, this is just polyester. But going into spring, hiking season, I think that should do well. All right, looks like I've got a grouping of pants here. So let's go through these, see what we've found. All right, these are some Joe's jeans. I don't pick up Joe's jeans very often, but I think I'm sold out of all my Joe's jeans. And these were a nice like flare boot cut, which I did really like. That's a good style. What size are these? These are women's 25. Fit is the socialite. I'm gonna try these on. I need more like jeans without holes in them. Cause guys, I am a millennial mom. So all my jeans either have holes in them or are skinny jeans. So I need to branch out. I need to get with the times and we'll see. But if not, I'll get those listed probably around like 35. I found some Paige jeans. I do really like selling Paige denim. They're not going to sell immediately. They're not going to sell for $1 million, but I do like them. These are also a size 25. They are the peg ankle skinny. So I don't think I really need more skinny jeans. I am seeing right now a little bit of puckering right here, if you can see that. So that's unfortunate. I don't know if I saw that. I'll obviously photograph it and disclose it, but I've sold jeans with puckering before because really when you stretch them and put them on, you can't really see it, but I do try to avoid it. So I probably would have left them if I noticed that, but that does happen. I was on a short time frame because the store was only open for a couple hours and we got there later because we had swim school. So I was trying to hurry. It's not a very big store, and I know that other resellers probably, and just normal people, were going through things, so I was trying to go fast. And my daughter was with me, so she's not going to be patient forever. All right, these are Calvin Klein size 8. I love selling Calvin Klein professional wear. I'm going to keep saying that. These are a Glen plaid pattern. Make sure you put that in your listing. It's a very specific type of plaid, and some people look at that. It's very common in like blazers, very common in pants, and these are super, super nice. They have a stretch, they're soft. I think those are going to sell well. Calvin Klein sells really well on eBay for me, to be honest. So, all right, I have no idea what these are. Is this a kimono? Oh my gosh. Oh, I remember. These are pants, guys. And I really, really hope they fit me. I have not tried them on. These are Zara size extra small, and these are like the most flowy of all the flowy trouser pants. They look a little sheer, so these might be something I would need to wear like long black leggings and then put these on under if I'm gonna wear them to work. But look, oh my gosh, they have a split down them too. Can you imagine? I would wear these to work with like black high heels, probably just like a fitted black bodysuit on top, maybe even a blazer. I am loving it. I try to remember my preferred way to wear something like this. If you do flowy on the bottom, do something fitted on the top. If you have something flowy on the top, do something fitted on the bottom. It just gives you more dimension. Doesn't have to do like that. You can obviously style flowy and flowy or tight and tight. But I love the floral. I love the roses. I was so excited to grab those. I cannot wait to hopefully wear those myself. I do have fun styling my clothes for work. I mentioned my Instagram channel at Life with MariaNicole. I most commonly post on my stories. I'm posting on my stories basically every day of what sold, what I'm shipping out, some, you know, if I'm like thrifting, what I'm finding in the moment, as well as pictures of my kids and myself and what I'm doing. And I will often post a picture of what I wore to work that day if it's things that I got thrifted and that I'm reselling. All right, speaking of Zara, here's some Trifolic. This is an older Zara line. They don't make it anymore. This was when Zara was doing like Zara Basic and Zara Woman and Zara Man and Zara Everything. They've kind of streamlined that down to one label, which I appreciate. But at 50 cents, I'm gonna grab some Zara jeans. These are a size 4. They're another one that I could wear first if I want to. These are super skinny. But I have been hearing, tell me if you've been hearing the same thing. I have been hearing that skinny is making a comeback because they said skinny was out, you know, wide leg is in. Now, tangent, skinny was never fully out. Feel free to disagree. But you have the millennials of the world or even the young people or the older people of the world that are gonna love their skinny jeans. It's so much easier with boots. But I've been even hearing among the like trendy pockets of the interwebs that skinny might be coming back. So we shall see. I'll probably list those around 25 to 30. Here's some Can jeans. Can denim can do fairly well. I don't find it all that often, but It does decently well. I have had a pair of can shorts listed for like ever, but I think they're a pretty small size. These are size 28. They've got some distressing and interesting bottom cuffs. Stretch denim, another skinny style. All right, when I did this, I was thinking I'd be able to get these listed pretty quickly, but I clearly did not. That is okay. But these are a pair of Jerry snow pants. I have sold these exact snow pants in different colors 3 times by now. So these I know were just on the 50% off sale, but I actually paid $5 for these. They're easy to list. I can just copy and paste one of my listings, take new pictures. They also are a size 10-12. So I need to look at what size my daughter's snow pants are right now. And I might end up holding onto these for her so she can have them over the next couple of years. She's 7 right now, but she wears like 8 to 10 clothes. And then when she's done with them, eventually I will be able to list them. So we shall see. Here's another one I got. I actually had her try this on in store and she really loved it. I don't know whether I'm going to give this to her or sell it yet. This is Eddie Bauer. I actually texted my husband to check if she had a winter coat in the next size up. And because I thought she had one in her closet, but he must have missed it when he looked, because he did check for me and he said no, but I got home and I found it. So she has one for her. So I might end up listing this because this is a really pretty like down puffer. And the other one she has is really cute too, but it's more of like a Walmart brand. So it would make more financial sense to list this. She likes them both pretty equally. But yeah, this is a down puffer. It's really, really soft and cozy. Eddie Bauer, especially in the more substantial pieces, can do really, really well. I know people kind of sleep on Eddie Bauer sometimes, but I try not to. What is this? Oh, okay. We are through one of the bags, just so you are aware. This needs like a million lint rolls, but this was another winter item. It was being sold for $12, so I got this for $6 because it was part of the 50% off sale. This is a size 14 women's Calvin Klein wool, long, like peacoat, trench coat. It's got fuzzies, it's got hair. I'm gonna make sure it's looking beautiful and nice and clean by the time I list it. But I think this should sell between like 50 to 75. I'll probably list it closer to 100. I haven't done comps yet, so don't quote me on that. I like the bottom. I don't know if you can tell. It's got like almost a drop waist style to it, like how a drop waist dress would look, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry if I'm doing a terrible job showing you, but it does have the waist tie that's attached, which is always amazing. Let me see what percentage material content. It does, I do think I noticed the lining is in rough shape. It's torn in a couple places. So I'm gonna take a look at it. From what I'm seeing, it should actually be pretty easy to repair, in which case I will go ahead and put in the time to do that. If it's not easy to repair or I'm unable to, I could just disclose it. It's a lining, it's still there. So it functions fine. It just doesn't look super pretty, but you're not gonna see it because it's on the inside of your coat while it's being worn. But since I'm hoping to get a nice, return on this, I will probably take the time to repair it. I'm not finding the material tag right away, but I know it's wool from the feeling, and I'm pretty sure I found it while I was in the store. I just don't want to make you guys sit here forever while I try to find the tag. All right, so that's the bigger stuff. I'm pretty sure when I got home, I pulled this stuff out that was like more wintry-ish that I should list quickly, and that didn't happen. That's this bag. So let's go into the other bag, which is probably more summary type items. All right, I can feel that there's also some shoes in here. All right, here is also my receipt. So you can see in the middle all of the 50-cent items that were purchased. Up here at the top are the items that were 50% off. I'm trying to see if I can find Stitch, what little Stitch was. So in case you're curious, for this total haul, I only spent $64.65. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of hats. So hats were $1 normally, which means every single one of these was 50 cents. First one I got was the O's. This is Orioles. I do live very close to Baltimore, so that's kind of our local baseball team. I'm kind of equidistant between Baltimore and Washington, D.C., and so we have the Orioles and the Nationals. I see a lot of both of them, but it's a nice, like, patriotic hat. Next is this Cabela's hat. Camo sells well for me, especially in like hunting, hiking gear. Obviously, they go together. Really nice snapback hat there. And then I found somebody's like Dallas Cowboy hat collection. So this is just a nice classic one. This is going to be a little harder to sell. It is a New Era, which is a good brand. It's a $39.30. So the fitted hats are harder to sell sometimes because you can't sell to as many buyers because they're not adjustable, but hopefully we'll still get that sold. Next is a visor. This one does look older. It might be vintage. It's an NFL Reebok collab, but 100% cotton. Is still got the sticker in it. It's clearly not new, so I'm not going to sell it as new. It's got the sticker, but just look at that lettering. It is embroidered onto that, so good quality. And then here's the last one. I actually did a little bit of, I bought it just no matter what because it's amazing. But when I got home, I did a little bit of Google lensing, and I saw hats kind of like this selling between like 30 and 50, some of them up to 75. And they weren't even quite as cool, in my opinion, as this one. And I'll show you why. So this is definitely a vintage. I'm going to show you the tags first. Look at this paper Team NFL tag. And then it's got this Anco. That's probably the actual brand. So it is a wool hat, paper tags, definitely vintage. But look at this. So there's the front and this Cowboys. And then it's got embroidery for a bunch of their Super Bowl wins. So 1972 Super Bowl 11 champions, 1994 Super Bowl champions, 1993 Super Bowl champions, 1978 Super Bowl champions. So look at all of those embroideries. I think that's so cool. So I'm going to do as much research as I can. I definitely expect this to sell on eBay. I'll list it on all my platforms, but we'll see. We shall see. I have some high hopes. All right, this one is so cute. There is absolutely no brand name on this. There is no tag, but I could not leave it there. This is like quintessential cottagecore, you know, grandma core. I don't know. I think for summer, it's boho, it's bohemian, it's boho chic. This was $3, which means it was $1.50 in this sale. I think somebody's gonna love it. I also might use it a couple times, most likely. All right, let me show you my couple shoes here. These I remember looking up. These are Pedro Garcia, and they say España, so Spain. I looked them up. They are real leather. A few things that told me to look them up. Obviously the España in the middle. They really, really faintly here say made in Spain. It's kind of worn out, so you're probably not gonna be able to see that. And the heels, if you can see the nails there, that means they were hand nailed by like a cobbler typically into that. Machines can do it, but when you can see them like that, it's more typical that it was hand done. So I decided to look them up, and I think I should be able to sell these between like 30 and 50. But this like Y2K style with the square toe, the block heel, they're kind of preppy, they're kind of academia. I mean, Mary Jane is classic. They are a size 7, so they fit me. I'm thinking about keeping them. Like I'm definitely gonna wear them a few times to work and style them, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna wear them and then list them or just keep them. So we shall see what ends up happening with those. All right, here is a really, really nice pair. Oh, I'm dropping them. I'm dropping them, guys. I'm sorry. Here's a really nice pair of cycling shoes. But I had never heard of the brand, so I grabbed them. They were only, so these ones were $3.50, so 50% off of that. These ones were $5. They were only 50% off of that. And I looked up this brand, Giro. They don't look like they're like the highest sellers of all cycling shoes, but still, with I don't know if these were ever used or worn. They're in amazing condition. I'll obviously just list them as excellent pre-owned because I'm not sure. But I still think they'll sell for like at least 30, hopefully. They're not going to sell as well as like a Peloton cycling shoe would be, or like a Bontrager. I really like Bontrager. Not sure about that one. But still exciting. Actually, when I was checking out, a girl working was like, oh my gosh, those are really nice. And I was like, yeah, they are. These are a size 40. And then lastly for shoes are these men's Florsheims. And I've never sold Florshheim. I've kind of been scared of like what's modern and not worth that much and what's vintage and worth much more. Because Florshheim, if you look up comps, they are all over the place. So for $450, well, for 50% off of $450, I decided I'm going to take these home, do some research, and get them listed. I'll make profit even if they're the lower end and sell for $20 to $30. And if they're the higher end and sell for like $75, that's just an added bonus. But these look like really, really good quality. There's some wear here, but there's no real heel drag. That's a great thing to look at for men's shoes. They are, I think, a smaller size. They're size 9. They smell like they are absolutely real leather. And I'm sorry if that's weird that I smell them, but they're in such good shape. So I figured these would be a great kind of test bed for Florshheim for me, because I've wanted to experiment, but I've never want to pay like $25 at the Goodwill to be able to have that learning experience. So at $2 and some change, it's a great time for me to learn. All right, back to 50-cent clothes. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look how boho this is. I love it. This is a Kemi and Kin, which is an Anthropologie brand, and I have never found it before. It's a size extra small. This is one that I want to say that I'll wear before I list it, but it's so summery and it's March. Like, I'm not going to be able to really wear it anywhere, I don't think, before I list it. So I might list it, and if it sells immediately, I'll miss out on wearing it. If I list it, doesn't sell right away, I'll pull it out of my inventory, wear it once the weather warms up, and then I'll put it back in my inventory. Next, again, some bread and butter. Here's just a nice Harley tank top. It's not going to sell for much, 15 to 20. This is from just a small Harley shop near me, Laurel, Maryland. But it is a women's size 1X, so I thought that was good. I found Harley stuff at this store before. One time I got 2 women's shirts and a like toddler shirt, listed them. They all took forever to sell, and 2 of them finally sold in a bundle. Somebody bought the mommy shirt and the toddler shirt. They didn't match or anything, but I just was excited when I accepted that bundle deal. I accepted kind of a lower bundle, which is totally fine because it just made sense to me. Most likely whoever donated it to this small store donated those items together. I grabbed them, put them back on the internet, and now another mommy and daughter are going to get to wear them together. Like, something about that is just so fulfilling to me, even if I'm not making a lot off of it. Just being the matchmaker for those 2 families, I'm sorry I'm getting on my, like, not a soapbox, but like, I'm getting sentimental. That's why I love doing this. I've said it before, I have a full-time job, I have a full-time income, my husband works. I do this more for fun, and the profits go into my kids' savings accounts and then to do some like extra family vacations. I love saving the environment. I love finding treasures and getting them into a new home. Okay, sentiment, soapbox, over. Eddie Bauer, I said I like Eddie Bauer. Here is an extra large. This is the kind of thing that I would not pick up at like a Goodwill retail or for anything more than like $2 or $3. But for 50 cents I will, especially since it is an extra large. It's really light and flowy. What material is this? 100% rayon, so it's super soft, super light. I like the pattern. Here's another really flowy one. This is Saint Tropez West, which I've done pretty well with. I think I have sold this exact same top in a solid blue color. I found it at the bins once. So this is even like a more fun pattern, obviously, than the solid blue. So hopefully this will do well. It's not silk. It is just, I think, yeah, it's just polyester. But that brand has done well at 50 cents. I will pick it up. Very bread and butter for me is Torrid. This is a Torrid size 2, which might be like my favorite size of Torrid. I think it's a very common size that people are seeking, so it's in pretty high demand. I'm assuming this is like a swim cover. because it's incredibly sheer, but so dainty, floral, cottagecore, summery, springy. This they originally had on the floor for $4, just if you're curious. All right, there's a few in here that are super basic that I need to go back through and see if I'm gonna just keep any for myself because they are so basic. This is just a North Face medium t-shirt. I might keep this or even see if like my sister wants it. She's a big outdoorsy Coloradian. Is that the right thing? Coloradian? I'm not sure. I've got a couple North Face things in here somewhere that we'll find. Here's Lucky Brand, but I think this is like a much newer Lucky Brand tag than I normally find. It's a size large. I love this like mustard, burnt orange, I guess not mustard, burnt orange or rust would be better. It's got the elastic kind of balloon sleeves. This is so soft. I like the smocking across the front. It's got mother of pearl buttons. If you guys are ever curious, mother of pearl buttons versus pearlescent buttons. Mother of pearl buttons will be wonky shaped. They won't be exactly flat or exactly smooth because they're following the curvature of the actual shell. Pearlescent buttons are made to look like mother of pearl and will be flat. They'll have a defined shape because they're manufactured. So hopefully that tip will help somebody, but I always make sure to list either mother of pearl or pearlescent because I don't want to be misleading. So that's a good one. I do still enjoy selling Lucky Brand. I usually list long sleeve tops at 28, short sleeve tops at 26. Here's another good one. This is Airy and Alley, which is also an Anthropologie brand. This is size extra small, so I'll get some wear out of it, hopefully. It's just like a acid wash almost, like dark maroon, purple plum color. But it's oversized. It's got like the inside out stitching. And I've never found that brand before. So it was fun to find a few brands I had never found before during this trip. More Calvin Klein. This is a size 6. And the reason it has this tag is this was originally a consignment piece. It's a thrift store, but it's also a consignment store. And when items expire through the consignment, I think if the person doesn't pick them back up, they get put out on the like main floor, not the consignment rack, and listed at 50% off. Or maybe they're just donated to the store at that point. The person can probably choose that. So this was 50% off of $10. So I got this for $5 and I did pay that because I thought it was worth it. These Calvin Klein like sheath career dresses usually do pretty well for me, especially in the larger sizes. This is a smaller size, size 6. I actually have another Calvin Klein dress right now that is in the wash that is almost like this that I'm gonna list, but I think it's a size like 2 or 4 and I'm planning to wear it to work on Monday. It had a little stain on it, so I hope it's going to come out. All right, this one I kind of remember, but I don't remember it well enough to speak super intelligently to you, so I apologize. I will try to do better. This is Figueroa and Flower. And I think when I looked it up, it was at least at one point sold at Anthropologie. And it's so pretty. It's got sheer sleeves, smocked waist, all over floral print. It has a tiered ruffle bottom. It's lightweight. It's boho. This one also has mother of pearl here. You're probably going to be able to see this very well. Can you see how wonky? Let me see if I can get this to focus. See how wonky the texture is? There's a hair. Oh no, it's a thread. That is a true mother of pearl button. All right. And some people really, really, really like those buttons. So I always put in the description when it has those. That one, I think I remember that I was going to list it between like 35 and 45. I have another one. Let me just find the other one. I think it's this one. They were there together. There's like one dress rack and I found quite a few things, which was wonderful. Yeah, here's the other one. Also a size large. This one's going to be weird because There's like a dress that goes under it that's tied to it that you're just not gonna be able to see right now. I apologize since it's not hung up, but the outer layer of the sheer, it's got like metallic thread running through it, roll tab sleeves, another lightweight floral piece, but it's like a button down shirt dress, which shirt dress styles usually do pretty well. And the opaque dress under it goes to like a short style, and then the rest of it goes even longer, which I just think is kind of fun. So I'm not sure if people are still looking for that brand or not. That's going to be another experiment piece since I only got it for 50 cents. All right, here's a couple more of those basic ones I said I found. This is the North Face, size extra small. It might end up being a tank I just keep, or maybe I'll list it, you know, for $15 to $18 or so. It'd be super easy, but I might just end up working out in it. We shall see. And then here's one more. This was probably the one I'm most likely to keep. Probably the one that would sell the best though. This is another extra small, just kind of flowy. This one is moisture wicking, so it'd be better for working out. The other two shirts were cotton. This was a good find. This is J-Jill, and I think it's silk. Tortoiseshell buttons, but it is a medium petite. So we'll see. I normally like selling J-Jill in the larger sizes, but this is the newer J-Jill tag, so it is a nice contemporary style. Maxi midi dresses have been doing pretty well recently. It's obviously the color isn't great moving into spring and summer, but there's always people that need that for events or for work or just casually. You could put something bright and festive on top, of course. Here's another one that I decided to experiment with. This is Adar, and some scrubs just feel different. Like figs just feel different. This one had a really, really, really nice stretch fabric. It's in excellent condition. So it prompted me to look it up, and I apparently decided it was worth me paying 50 cents for. I found scrubs at this location once before that I decided to take a risk on, and it sold well, so I was just feeling good about myself and decided I would try out that brand. This one in this light I'm now seeing has a little bit of yellowing, so it's off-white. Like the shirt itself is off-white, but I think it has a little bit of discoloration, so I'm gonna have to make sure this one gets washed really nicely. We'll see if it survives or not. But this is just a polo Ralph Lauren slim fit, easy care, 16.5 by 32, 33. This is the modern polo Ralph Lauren, the gold and blue. The white and blue is the vintage older label. Just a nice men's button-down shirt. Some people hate selling men's button-down shirts, which is completely understandable. And I used to be one of those people. They're just boring. Like, I like the fun, trendy items, but what I have found is I can get that listed so much faster because I just like copy and paste a template for a button-down shirt and all of the keywords, and I'm done. They're pretty easy to photograph. The most annoying thing sometimes is having to button them all the way up if they're not buttoned at the thrift store. Here is a grunt style. This is like a military police type brand, but I've sold it a few times. It does pretty well. I don't remember what this one is. Looks like a mountain. And then on the back it says Marine Security Guard Detachment, Santiago. But we'll see. That this must be maybe from Texas. So that's the Texan flag. This is a size men's medium. It's really soft. All right, we're actually getting close. I think we have like 10 or so-ish things left. This is a 100% silk, just sleeveless blouse. At the bins or at sales like this, I will get almost anything that's 100% silk, cashmere, wool, or linen if they're in really good condition, because people out there love those materials and these will sell. So it might not be my style, but it's in excellent condition. It is a beautiful color. I will put jewel tone in the listing. I think some people look for jewel toned colors, and I think that should sell around $25. This is beautiful. This was another consignment piece. You can see since it has the masking tape on it. But look at that. Look at this maxi dress, knit sweater, or not maxi dress, skirt, maxi skirt. I love that pattern. Doesn't it look like it should just be like a tapestry on the wall somewhere? Oh my gosh. And this is from Soft Surroundings. The only downside is that the size tag is removed and it does not have another one inside, which is unfortunate, but I'll be able to measure it and get an approximation. This was on I don't usually ever buy just their outright consignment pieces because they're usually not that special, but they're priced a lot higher. This one was only priced at $5. So I would pay $5 for something like this. It feels like it's a larger size. If it was super small, I might not have grabbed it for $5, but it's probably an extra large-ish is just my feel from looking at it. So I think that'll sell well, even though I didn't get it listed in the right season, but that's okay. All right, what do we got here? This is Athleta, size extra small. Athleta. Do like finding Athleta. I'll probably wear this. I might even be able to wear this to work with like a blazer, skirt, or some dress pants. It's also a great tank top, like workout shirt. I love styling things in a different way. Like I'll wear them casually one day, I'll wear them to church one day, I'll wear them to work. I could wear this to the pool or the beach. That from Athleta, I'm only gonna list at like 25. It'll probably sell with like 15 or so. I might list it even lower. Here's another Altered State size medium, but I look how like oversized boho, cottagecore, coastal grandma. It's like very, very drop sleeves. It's like, it's not eyelet, it's not crochet. I think this is like manufactured, made to look crochet. But yeah, it would be so slouchy wearing with like some leggings and some boots over your leggings. I will probably wear that myself if I can. Here's LL Bean. LL Bean is like Eddie Bauer and that I don't sleep on it. I like to grab it when I can get it at the right price point or the right piece. I will pay up for LL Bean sometimes for the right piece. This I would not have paid any more than probably $1 for, but I decided to grab it. It is an extra large petite LL Bean, just button down, women's casual shirt, hiking, camping, outdoors. I will put all of those keywords in it. It's probably cotton. 100% cotton. They do always use really nice materials. They're manufactured very well. They're high quality pieces. It is a really great and actually very expensive brand. This is perfect for this time of year. This is a Nike dry fit, extra large tennis skirt. Also, I'll put golf skirt in the listing. It's shorter though, so it was probably manufactured as a tennis skirt. I like kind of the plaid like pattern, but tennis skirts sell so well, and going into tennis and golf springtime season right now is great. Plus the girlies, like everybody wears these now just to like the mall or running errands or doing all kinds of things other than playing tennis. That's great, I guess. All right, this was one I again wasn't familiar with. It's a wrap dress and it's not buttoned the right direction right now. Hold on. Let me fix it. Here's more mother of pearl wonky buttons. Now that we had our little mother of pearl versus pearlescent lesson. Oh my gosh, did I make it worse? I think I did. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best here. Okay, this is a wrap mini dress. Look at that, like, okay, do I have any like 90s, 2000s, like teenagers or moms that like remember the paint method where you like have a sponge and you like sponge paint the walls? I remember my mom doing that and me helping her to like so many walls. This is what that reminds me of. Is it just me? Am I the only one? Universe, please tell me. But this is so cute. So cute. I will wear this, hopefully. It might be another one that I list and then see if I have an occasion to wear once it gets warmer. But this is Chelsea and Violet. The tag has a bunch of strings on it. C&V, Chelsea and Violet. And I remember looking this up, and I don't remember if it was like Anthropologie or Urban Outfitters or Revolve or nobody. Maybe it's just a boutique brand. But I remember seeing stock pictures and thinking that it was worth me grabbing. I'm sorry I'm not being very helpful about some of those brands, but again, stay tuned to my what sold so you can see when they sell and what they sell for. This is another one that just based on the feel and the pattern I decided to look up in the men's section. They're flamingos, guys, but they're like watercolor flamingos. So it says Yada Golf, which was new to me, but it looks like I could sell this for like 30 bucks. Some of the designs do really well. Some of them sell a little bit less. I was seeing anything between like 15 and like 50. We're going to try that out. Going into the right season for that one. And some guys that play golf, they just love these loud prints, which is fun. They should have fun with it. So I hope one of them finds that. Oh, this is my last one. Sorry I didn't give you any type of warning, but I have another men's kind of random find. This is a vintage team starter 2XL LSU t-shirt. I mean, look at that. I don't know if I have any college fans or college football fans. I am an Ohio State college football fan. Go Buckeyes. So I know quite a bit about the other teams. But the LSU Fighting Tigers, this is definitely an older logo. I'm going to do some Googling. It's not single stitch. It's not that old, but it's definitely probably like a 90s t-shirt most likely. I'll do some research on it. The larger size is great too. They tend to sell better for me because people wear them even oversized, people that might be traditionally in the smaller sizes. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? I have sold this team starter tag a few times in the vintage realm, and they usually do pretty well for me. I know that's a little bit more basic than some of the things I've sold, like jackets and like varsity jackets, and they've done pretty well. All right, guys. I am clearly like out of breath because it's hot in this thing now with the lights and I need to go do my workout. So I apologize for that. So thanks for procrastinating with me today. I have to get all this big pile right here back in the bags so that I can put them away. My parents are coming soon to visit and the guest room is kind of where I keep my reselling stuff, but obviously I need to clean it out so it can actually be a guest room. So I'm going to move a bunch of stuff down to the basement. My son is turning 2 next week. I cannot believe it, and I'm excited they're going to come out for his birthday. So I'm probably going to head, do that, do my workout. I will try to get this stuff listed soon-ish, so stay tuned. Don't forget to message me if there's anything you're interested in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.